Hey there guys, welcome back to the funnest episode, or the funnest trial of the game. Trial 5 has just cracked me up more than any other trial. It's hilarious. Speaking of hilarity, Maki plans to kill all of us. Woo! I guess actually that makes sense. If her whole goal is to kill Kokichi, she accuses Kokichi being the Blackened, which either means he is and he gets executed, or he's not and he gets executed. Because if he's not the Blackened, he'll get killed along with everyone that's not the Blackened.
Sacrifice us?
Then by hiding the truth, Maki was trying to get us to arrive at the wrong answer.
Certainly sounds like it.
Just to kill Kokichi and the rest of us along with him?
Doesn't that mean that Maki's the culprit?
Not necessarily. She's also willing to sacrifice herself.
She knew what happened and tried to hide it from us.
Like, even though she is my second suspect.
But that mischievous plan was ruined, all thanks to Shuichi here.
It's I am glad that Maki is the. I mean, like, if it is Maki, I'll be like, okay, that's kind of what I thought. Although I still think Kaito was the most suspicious. There's a lot of evidence of Kokichi being the one that was killed, and a lot of evidence that indicated that Maki went in, but it seemed like too obvious of evidence that indicated Maki went in there.
Too bad, Maki. I already predicted this would happen.
Of course you did.
You knew all along that Maki was the culprit. That's why you've been so calm. This isn't over.
Dang. Shuichi's getting his pear dropped.
Maybe we do have the truth now, but this isn't over. We have a choice to make. We don't have to follow where the evidence leads.
Why would we ever not?
Huh? What do you mean?
That's crazy talk, man.
Does this mean you're gonna vote for someone else, even if it's not the truth?
Oh, do I get a choice?
Someone else? You mean vote incorrectly on purpose?
I mean, that kind of sounds like what happened in the first game.
What did you say?
Kaito told me that only I would be able to grasp what lies beyond the truth.
Interesting.
That means finding the truth is not enough. We need to grasp the hope just beyond it. So Maki, please tell us the truth. The truth that only you know.
I'm sorry, all I know how to do is ellipsis.
So Kaito said that to you. Then, does that mean you guys made up before he died?
Well, of course. We're besties. What are you talking about?
Yeah, when I went to see him yesterday.
I see. Okay, I'll talk about it. Especially since it's my responsibility for involving everyone.
Yeah, it is.
Shuichi, you're so persistent. Were you always like that?
I do have to say, people mention this whenever I talked about how I liked Kaede more than Shuichi, because Shuichi was just kind of drab and plain and boring. He definitely has had a character arc. He's definitely grown throughout the game, and I'm really starting to like him as a character. I'm not positive I like him more than Kaede. Kaede was just chipper and fun, and Shuichi spent a lot of the game being very recessed and repressed and not very fun to play as. Like, he's really started to come into his own lately, but only really like this trial and like the last trial. Like chapter 4, he was not very interesting. The chapter 4 trial, when he actually stepped out onto his own and stepped out from basically hiding behind Kaito, Chapter 4 is where he became a character, but that still means the majority of the game he's been But no, at this point, he is a really good character, and I am enjoying him quite a bit.
You think so? Maybe Kaito's charisma is starting to rub off on me.
You can only be around someone that believes in dumb luck so long before you start to believe it too.
That guy could be pretty stubborn.
Then what really happened?
Give us the deets.
Maki, please tell us. Please.
Oh, I almost expected Kokichi to be like, please!
And so, Maki began telling the truth. A truth that would leave us all in shock.
Monokuma, you're not a narrator.
Don't just start narrating things, you're ruining the mood!
Thank you.
Well, I guess this turn of events isn't exactly boring either.
Were those, like, Exisol standing pads always there? Because I don't remember them before, but granted, we've never really had the zoom out, and we never necessarily cared about them before. Sure, I'll save. I'm not going to finish recording, though. I got stuff to do.
Well now.
And then the Monaco Income segment, theater segment began. But with all the Monocons destroyed, the segment was no longer possible. So the curtain quickly fell. I wonder, as soon as I saw it come up, I'm like, what are you going to do here? We're resumeing.
The flashback light became the motive. When Kokichi remembered that he was a remnant of despair, I planned to kill him.
All right.
I thought that if I killed him, this game, and the battle between hope and despair, would end.
I sort of thought, based on the way she acted the night before, where she wanted to kill him and everyone else said no, that was kind of her
I was
goal.
confident in my talent as an assassin. I knew I would be able to do it.
We've tried to end this killing game before, but
But we never tried to end it by killing.
You are naive.
huh?
That's what I thought. I knew Kokichi would take advantage of my naivete, simply because it's him.
I mean, that does sound like something Koichi would do for sure.
Maki totally gets me.
You can't say someone else likes you.
That's why. I needed to settle it myself. I took the poison arrows and the crossbow, and broke into the hangar with an exisal.
All right.
But when I entered the hangar, I saw something I never expected. Kaito and Kokichi were fighting each other.
I expected that.
Kokichi was shot in the arm with a crossbow arrow. Probably by Kaito when he fought back.
I actually think Kaito attacked Kokichi, and the other way around.
Both of them stopped and looked at the exisal, most likely surprised by its sudden appearance. Kokichi immediately took out his remote and attempted to control the exisal I was in.
But yeah, you can't remotely control something that's being manually operated.
I jumped out of the exisal before he could, and shot Kokichi in the back with an arrow.
I thought you said you didn't fire the crossbow.
That should have been enough to stop him, since the arrow was coated with poison.
But the Strike 9 poison is slow acting.
The Strike 9 poison, correct? But why pick that particular poison? Some of the poisons in my lab were far more lethal.
I wanted Kokichi to confess his true intentions before he died.
Well, based on what's being said, I don't know how she's not the killer.
And find out why he was always lying and trying to confuse us.
That's just Kokichi being Kokichi.
What do you mean?
If he was the mastermind, it would have been easier for him to hide in the shadows, right?
Yeah, he definitely did make himself a very obvious mastermind from the very beginning.
He could have made it seem as if the late Junko was secretly behind this killing game. That way, he could reveal himself as the surprise mastermind to liven up the game.
But even from the very beginning, he was shifty as fuck.
Because of his suspicious actions, anyone would already suspect him as the mastermind.
Which is the big reason I think he's not actually the mastermind.
Especially with that message in the courtyard. Kokichi said it was a hint, but was it necessary for him to go out of his way just for a hint?
As a remnant of despair, I imagine he wanted to feel the despair of his plan being thwarted.
I mean, Junko said that, but I refuse to believe that the Remnants of Despair are intentionally sabotaging themselves just to get stopped.
I think that if he wanted the thrill, he would have carried out the plan carefully. So when his carefully laid out plan goes to waste, he would be in utter despair.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I love her. Yeah.
Maki must have wanted to hear it directly from Kokichi himself.
Then why'd you shoot him in the middle of the back? That's probably going to kill him very quickly. That's very close to the heart. And even slow-acting Strike 9 poison administered almost directly to the heart.
But it was pointless. I was a fool for thinking I could have a serious talk with him.
What are you talking about? Remnants of despair? What's that? I don't understand anything you're saying. But anyway, why are you starting a killing game when it should have ended?
I almost have to wonder, and this is a slight... if Kokichi took on the role of the mastermind purely in order to try and elicit a sense of control over the facilities so that people would live in peace. I almost wonder if Kokichi's outlook on life is that free will eventually lead to disagreement, which will eventually lead to murder, because human beings naturally kill. And if he's the leader of a evil organization, he actually just believes in rule by fear. But if he took up that role just to try and keep us from killing each other.
Already know it's all meaningless. And that I'm the mastermind. Do you love killing that much?
Shut up, you asshole! I realized it was pointless to continue the conversation, so I shot the final arrow.
And then Kaito stepped in the way.
But then,
I figured it'd be something. I was like, there's no way Maki would kill Kaito. So it was either Kokichi or something like this.
Kaito protected Kokichi?
Why? Why would Kaito protect Kokichi?
at that moment, my mind went blank. I knew I had to do something about the poison.
Yeah, and there was that antidote bottle we found.
I rushed to Shuichi's research lab for the antidote.
So you didn't have the antidote with you at the time?
I used strychnine poison to torture Kokichi for info, but I planned to kill him from the start.
That's so mean!
But that was my first mistake. Because of that...
You what?
I ended up killing Kaito.
Okay, so she actually knows Kaito is dead.
When I returned with the antidote, the hangar shutter had been closed. I assumed it was Kokichi's doing, but because of that, I couldn't enter the hangar anymore.
Because the hammer couldn't take over another exisal.
I needed to give Kaito the antidote somehow, so I went to the bathroom window. Kaito, can you hear me? Quick, drink this antidote! After calling out to him, I chucked the antidote through the bathroom window. Kaito noticed it and grabbed the antidote. But Kokichi stole it from him.
How much could you see?
Sorry, but I can't die here. Since I'm the mastermind of this killing game.
Wait! There's only one antidote!
Oh, you don't have to worry about Kaito. He fulfilled his dream, right?
Interesting.
He already went to space.
Oh, that's cool, but that's true.
Damn it!
Stop!
Phew, I feel so much better. I guess that's a wrap. Or maybe not. Because now another class trial is going to start.
If that's the case, then...
Last trial?
You'll be the Blackened for this case, you know. The Blackened who killed Kaito.
I killed...
Well, I guess my guess about it being Kaito... I really thought that the game was trying to misdirect me, because I realized there was a way for Kaito to have done everything, even though all the evidence indicated someone came into the hangar. But Maki was my second guess, and I'm not upset. I do think... My guess for Kaito didn't actually contradict any of the evidence.
Shut it! Screw the class trials. Like hell am I gonna let you have your way?
Kaito! Why did you protect Kokichi? If you didn't help him, then...
I couldn't help it. Even if it's Kokichi, I can't have you kill anybody.
What?
Aww, Kaito wasn't protecting me. He was protecting Maki.
That makes Kokichi feel way better about letting both of them die.
The situation just got way worse, huh? Maki is gonna become the Blackened responsible for killing you. All because you protected me!
So don't you worry, Makiro. I'm not gonna die that easily. Just leave it to me. I'll put an end to this killing game.
I don't know how.
You're still full of energy. Even like that, you really are not boring.
I really... These three characters are the center of this game. I really, really, really enjoy their interactions.
What?
I want to see what a dying Kaito can do. So, show me what you've got. I won't meddle with your plans.
What are you?
Don't mind me. Run, Maki, roll. Just hurry up and run. Run and live. You gotta live.
That's interesting. So the question now is whether we will all intentionally vote to let Maki live.
But I refuse to give up. I tried to enter the hangar by breaking the control panel with my knife. In the end, I couldn't.
That's where the scratches came from. Okay. That's one thing I did not know.
That's where the marks in the control panel came from, huh?
After that, I returned to the bathroom window once more, but I didn't see anyone. The bathroom door was closed. I called out, but neither Kaito nor Kokichi answered. I couldn't do anything anymore. All I could do was leave.
So then there we have again our issue. Because I half thought that both of them had gotten crushed, but without anyone else getting access to the hangar, that's impossible. You can't have them crushed after they're dead and then cut the power cord.
That's when I made up my mind. As the Blackened who killed Kaito, I would kill Kokichi during this class trial, in exchange for all of your lives.
So that's what happened.
Then Kokichi, knowing what he knew, still helped Maki cover up her crime?
Well, Kokichi is a little bit crazy. He's awesome, but he's a little bit crazy.
Was that why you smushed Kaito in the hydraulic press?
Kaito wanted Maki to be spotless. As his friend, I felt obliged to help him.
How dare you make fun of him! You call yourself a friend? You enjoyed watching us suffer!
I do think Kokichi is a much more, like, interesting character than we're giving credit for right now.
You fucking asshole!
Ooh, Maki is so scary. Good thing I'm in this exosol. Pretty sure Maki would have already killed me if I was out there in the flesh.
I have to wonder if anyone's in that exosol. Is it possible that both of their, like, personalities were input into something kind of similar to Alter Ego?
So, what are everyone's plans now? With the truth out in the open, who are you guys gonna vote for? You can vote for me, but if you do, we'll all die together. Or vote for Maki and live. Well, choose whichever you want. I don't care either way.
I also think it's possible Kokichi's, like I said, his physical body's already dead.
Why? Why are you so calm? Your life depends on this too.
Yeah, but he's, again, a little crazy.
Who cares? Just choose already. Come on, who are you gonna vote for?
No, we can't vote yet.
I don't know what else there is to figure out.
We don't have the whole truth. This case isn't over.
If you say so, I don't know what else there is to decide.
Huh?
Yeah, I agree. I would agree with Kokichi on this one.
Thank you for telling us everything, Maki. Thanks to you, I finally understand. There's another hidden truth within your testimony.
A hidden truth?
Yes, I'm positive.
Well, then let's unhide it. Let's reveal the
There's
truth.
something wrong with the testimony you've given us.
Bum 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 bum. Okay, control panel being damaged. That's the only thing that. Yeah, if you touch it with your knife after the.
That's it!
Okay, there we go. I'm back.
Maki said she used a knife to try to break the control panel and enter the hangar. But that doesn't make sense, because there's an alarm system on the shutter.
Oh yeah! The alarm should have gone off if someone got close to the shutter.
That is one thing that I was thinking that the mechanisms were disabled, but then the shutter wouldn't be able to be lowered.
I was too focused to notice at the time. But now that you mention it, it is odd.
Maybe the sensor just missed her.
Maybe she's a ghost already. Woo!
Nah, the security there isn't that sloppy. If a shady person got near the shutter, the alarm would have gone off without question.
Hey, I said she was a ghost, not a shade.
Then why didn't the alarm go off?
Like I told you, this isn't over. There's still a hidden truth to find.
That's right. There must be some kind of reason behind all these oddities. All these oddities being the one oddity we found. Oh, I love this theme.
I did attempt to enter the hangar. And I tried to destroy the control panel with my knife. At the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
But if you had approached the shutter, the alarm would have activated with 100% certainty.
Maybe it was just broken.
It wasn't broken.
Perhaps it was turned to a special setting?
Or maybe Maki is telling a lie. Did you really try to break the control panel with her?
I'm not going to tell any more lies. I did attempt to enter the hangar. And I tried to destroy the control panel with my knife.
What if an electro bomb was
the
used?
alarm system didn't go off.
But if you had approached the shutter, the alarm would have activated with 100% certainty.
There we go. Yeah.
That's wrong!
Because, yeah, there's 2 electro bombs that are not accounted for, which is how I thought they actually left.
There is a way to disable the alarm system. An electro bomb would take it down.
But Maki only had one bomb, and she used it during the raid this morning.
Then the only other person who could have used one is Kokichi, right?
Yep.
Huh? Why would I use an electro bomb? I had no reason to shut off the alarm, right? I'd be at a disadvantage if I did that.
I guess so. I can't come up with a reason why Kokichi would want to cut the alarm.
Unless he was disabling the infrared, but that would also disable the press. In that case, then...
I've got it! Disabling the alarm system wasn't the real objective.
What?
The main objective of Kokichi using the electro bomb was...
That's it!
Although, that makes it really dumb that he was fighting so hard in order to allow people to think he was the Blackened.
Press.
Deactivate the safety function?
The electro bomb wouldn't have just taken down the alarm system. It also would have disabled the hydraulic press's safety function.
But that would also disable the hydraulic press.
That's true, but why would he do that?
There's only one reason that anyone would want to do that. But if I'm right, it means that we've been thinking about this all wrong.
All wrong.
Maybe the bomb affected the death figures. Okay, no.
Oh no! That's it!
Okay.
Kaito's cause of death.
What?
Because, yeah, he could have been killed by the electro press if the electro bomb just... But again, that disables the whole press, doesn't it?
If the electro bomb was used while Maki was trying to deliver the antidote, maybe Kaito didn't die by poison. It could be something else entirely.
New cause of death could now be...
This is it!
But again, I actually disagree with that.
The hydraulic press. Kaito could have been killed by the press after all.
What? He could have?
I don't think so.
If the safety was off, the press could have crushed Kaito while he was still alive.
Right after I threw the antidote, I tried to open the shutter. So, Kaito should have still been alive.
And if he was crushed by the hydraulic press after that, then we have our cause of death.
If that's the case, it'd mean the one who killed Kaito wasn't Maki.
It would be whoever was operating the hydraulic press. Kokichi.
So we just went into this massive circular thing in order to come back to what we said originally.
I see. Very impressive. The hydraulic press could have been the cause of death. But that's just a possibility.
What do you mean?
Yeah, if Kaito was dying anyway, what purpose would Kokichi have in disabling the sensor, in order to make him the killer when he could have just as easily not?
It's possible that I killed Kaito with the press, but there's no way to know. Kaito's death could have been either the poison arrow or the hydraulic press. Both causes are possible, but you'll never be able to determine it. No matter what.
Oh, don't tell me no matter what.
No matter what?
That's not true. We can probably solve this mystery.
We have an
too.
ultimate detective.
Right, Shuichi?
Is it really possible to determine Kaito's actual cause of death? It's always possible. Damn it. Damn it. I was hoping we'd be amazing.
I hate to admit it, but Kokichi is right. We have no way to prove the cause of death.
What did you say?
You can't check the body, and you don't have any conclusive evidence. You can't deduce any more from here on out. There's no way to know what happened.
I don't like that.
But I know, because I was actually involved.
So that's what you were trying to do. You were trying to commit an unsolvable murder.
That's Is this his revenge on Shuichi?
Do you finally get it? Yep, that was my plan. The gimmick of this murder case isn't the unknown victim,
It's the unknown blackened.
but rather the unknowable culprit. No one understands but me. Only I know the answer. There's no more room for deduction here. Choose the culprit with your own intuition.
Interesting.
Intuition? Are you troubled? I'm sure robots don't have intuition.
God damn it,
Brian.
Kokichi.
But there's nothing you can do about it. This is just how the trial goes. So, who is the culprit? Maki or me? The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. It's voting time!
No, it's not. We haven't made the comic book yet, and we haven't had the debate showdown yet. Or not the debate showdown. The thing where you attack their armor and do the rhythm game. Wait, really? I feel like Maki is more likely, but I'm gonna guess Shuichi, only so that I can get a better. I want to see the other ending.
Hey, that's my line. I'm the one who decides when it's voting
I was
time.
really surprised they actually had me vote.
Oh, come on. No one's gonna figure out the truth. Let's just vote already. This won't be a problem, right, Monokuma? Because you know who the culprit is, don't you? Just like you always do.
Huh?
That's an interesting, I don't know what I'm trying to say. That line seems almost ominous.
Yes, of course.
Does Monokuma actually not know who the culprit is?
What kind of a reaction is that?
That is really weird.
The culprit, you say? Yes, of course I know.
Were you eating pastries and not paying attention?
Why do you seem so flustered?
Flustered? Me? What are you talking about?
That's really weird, because he could... Unless Kaito got, really still, and Monokuma's not even sure if he died or not.
Monokuma, do you not know who the culprit is either?
Huh? Oh, what do you mean I don't know? What don't I know, huh?
Who the culprit is. We literally just said that.
You don't know, do you?
What does this mean? Why doesn't Monokuma know who the culprit is?
It is really odd. Monokuma doesn't know. What does that tell us about this case? Wait, this... Is it the electro bomb? It actually disables his communication as well?
Yes, that's it! So that's what Kokichi's real objective was.
Huh? What are you talking
I want to know
about?
too.
Kokichi wasn't just trying to commit a murder that we couldn't figure out. He was trying to commit a murder that Monokuma couldn't figure out either.
Interesting. I've never thought about that.
A murder Monokuma couldn't figure out?
What's the point of that? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
I have long thought that's not the case.
But consider how many elements of this case would be cleared up. Prior to this case, Monokuma always knew the specific details of each crime.
Right,
correct?
he could administer over the trial because he ultimately knew what the truth was.
That must mean that he was using some way of monitoring us.
Perhaps there are hidden cameras strategically placed to avoid our detection.
I can't say for certain, but he must be keeping watch somehow. Kokichi probably used the electro bomb to scramble whatever that was.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Wow, that's an element of this case I had not considered at all.
The electro bomb would prevent any cameras from sending video wirelessly.
Which means it wouldn't matter where the surveillance cameras were hidden.
Like I said, what's the point? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
Again, remember what Maki said. He has no idea what the remnants of despair are.
Before we determine that for sure, I want to make one thing clear. If the objective were to create a crime that would stump Monokuma, the exosols... Yes, the exosols weren't protecting Monokuma. They...
Yep. Well, we already know they were
That's it!
watching him.
They were watching Monokuma.
I mean, like, that's not much of a deduction. Monokuma directly said that they were given orders to observe him.
Watching him?
Yes. Remember what Monokuma said earlier in the investigation?
This is such a cool trial. Best trial in the game, NA.
If they were protecting him like bodyguards, they wouldn't have been facing him. They would have been scanning the area, watching us. But they weren't. That implies that they weren't watching us. They were watching him. They were trying to make sure that Monokuma wouldn't go near the crime scene.
That reminds me. Before I stole an exosol, all 4 units were focused on Monokuma. That's why when I stole one to enter the hangar, the other 3 didn't pursue me.
Right.
So Monokuma must have been talking about Maki.
Whenever someone had asked him about that.
She didn't want to share that information because it would have linked her to the murder. In which case, it could only be Maki.
What can only be Maki?
You're right.
So to summarize this discussion,
Monokuma can't actually administer the results of the trial because he doesn't know the truth.
Kokichi used the electro bomb in the hangar and the exosols to watch Monokuma, thereby creating a scenario in which Monokuma has no idea who the culprit is?
I told you there's no point.
Himiko!
He's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
You keep saying that and it keeps being wrong.
No, Kokichi might not be controlling Monokuma at
If
all.
Kokichi was controlling Monokuma, why would he have the freaking exosols monitoring his movements?
What?
Yet, think.
But Kokichi's the mastermind, right? Shouldn't he be controlling Monokuma?
Kokichi might not be the mastermind.
I always thought he wasn't.
Remember that the only reason we think that is because Kokichi told us.
And Kokichi lies like most people drink.
Monokuma hasn't said a word about that. It's possible that Kokichi is just lying to us.
No way I lied!
Yeah, well, like, when's the last time he lied? Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely controlling Monokuma. The mastermind of the killing game is totally me. The one who pitted humanity's last survivors against each other is... all me, baby.
Nope.
Right. He's a remnant of despair. How do we forget that?
But that doesn't necessarily mean he's the mastermind.
Interesting.
Well, I guess. But is that really possible?
Well, Monokuma,
And next time, we'll find out what Monokuma's response is. Look forward to it, guys. I know I am. This trial's amazing.